Well, good afternoon, everyone. Today is December 4th, 2020. And the reason I'm doing this video today is because it's a special day for me. This is my 2-year anniversary of waking up from the indoctrination of the Watchtower. 2 years. It's a little crazy that this 2 years has absolutely flown by. And boy, have I learned a lot. And so I just wanted to do a video today in celebration of that, and wanted to express some of my thoughts on the community. I wanted to express some of my thoughts on how to grow after leaving Watchtower. And so I have several things that I want to discuss, so I have it all written down, and I really hope that I don't go squirrely on you guys. I try to do my videos to where they're very coherent and they run together pretty well. So, but anyway, for those that don't know me, yes, I've been out of the community for 2 years now. When I first hit the scene in January of 2019, me and John and Deasis, we did the roundtable. That was great, helped a lot of people out. Started our Facebook groups, Watching Watchtower, and now Toppling the Tower globally. Learned a lot that first year, and learned how to set boundaries for myself. And so in November of last year, of 2019, I had to take a break. I was getting burned out. I was making some mistakes along the way that pretty much sucked. But you know, I had to learn from that. And that's one thing that people need to realize is, you know, we all make mistakes. The important thing is do you learn from them? So in that November, I went to go do some therapy, had a couple of visits, had to shake some cobwebs out and get back on track. And that's what I did. And so December of last year, came back, started hitting things pretty hard with Toppling the Tower globally and helping a bunch of other people through conversations. We would actually do a lot of video calls to where we'd have 5 or 6 of us on there, sharing our experiences and things like that. Now, this year's been a little bit different. This year, I have gone a different route. And for those that do know, I'm very political with some of my stuff, and this is not going to be a political video, so don't worry about that. Don't shut me off yet. I will express some stuff at the end on how to find me in that arena. But anyway, so I've gotten to the point in my waking up process and healing process that I don't feel the need anymore to try to disprove Watchtower's doctrines, their beliefs. I feel like that there is enough information out there that anybody can find it if they look for it. And so I've moved more into a support role, just trying to be there for other people. You know, if they're having a bad day, they can call me. If they have a question about something, I'm more than happy to be there for them and help them out. And my whole thing is I just want to pull people together and have a strong community. And the reason I do that is because I really do feel that if the community is strong, then we can be more effective in fighting Watchtower. And that is a huge thing for me. Call it a community organizer or whatever you want to call it. That's a huge thing for me. And so what I've done is, since I've gotten back from my ban, which I'll talk about that later, I've just focused on Toppling the Tower globally. And this group means the world to me. I'm no longer in any other XJW Facebook groups. I just have Toppling the Tower globally because I feel that if you develop a community that is strong and respectful, then people are going to want to join it. People are going to grow. People are going to make friends. So I want to talk a little bit about Toppling the Tower globally, because here is our deal with our Facebook group. Um, we don't fight in our group. We don't do it. We have a couple of rules, and the major rule is we don't talk political stuff. Now, some of you folks out there I have heard has says, well, you're censoring people. Well, you know what? There's many other groups out there that are not XJW related that have that rule. There are car groups, there are hunting groups, there's crocheting and knitting groups, and they don't talk about politics. That's just a rule that they have. So that is the number one rule in Toppling the Tower globally, is we do not discuss any political stuff on that group. And my moderators and even the members know this, so we keep that off there. The reason we do that is because it can be very divisive. It can create problems. And if you can find a way to eliminate problems from coming up, then things can go much better for you and for the group. But here's the deal. If you want to be a member of Toppling the Tower globally, we would love to have you. But remember, this is the main thing with that group. We are a support group. We do help one another. Our main thing is if you want to fight Watchtower, you want to learn how to do different things to fight against them, if you are willing to help others, if you are willing to try to make friends and be there for other people, then we want you in the group. But if you're there to troll, to cause problems, we will kick you out, because that's not what we're about. And, for folks that disagree with that, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. We have 725, 26 members in the group, and I can guarantee you that every one of them in that group feel comfortable. And the reason they feel comfortable is because they feel like they can express themselves in a way that they won't be ridiculed, called names, picked on, blocked, anything like that. We won't do that. So if you want to join our group, Toppling the Tower globally, we do have questions. We ask that you please answer the questions to get into the group, because we won't let you in if you don't answer the questions. But it's a great group, and I just want to say thank you to my moderators. You guys have done an excellent job. I want to say thank you to the whole group itself, because you guys are just wonderful. We have a lot of fun. There's some interesting characters in our group. There's some funny folks, and it's just a great place to be, and I love it. And so that has been my main focus in my activism, is to help others. That's always been my goal. And after all the political stuff is done and over with, then I am going to go more into organizing some different activities that we can do to bring light to the fact that Watchtower is an evil organization. We're going to go after them different ways, whether it be through court, whether it be through different things that we can do. We're coming up with some ideas, but we got some stuff. Now, there's a lot of good activists out there that are doing great jobs in exposing Watchtower, and I want to tip my hat to you guys that have been doing that. There's a lot of you out there. And that brings me to my other concern that I have in the community. And when I talk about this, I am not trying to start any infighting. Absolutely not. This is just my observation and just some concerns I have that maybe you yourself can look and notice, and maybe you've seen some things. But talking about that, there's a lot of people in the community that are doing a great job. There's a lot of people that have been in the community that have done a great job, but they've left. And one of the reasons that they have left is because some folks just don't know how to be respectful to others. They don't know how to let someone else have their own opinion. And these certain individuals, they like to cause problems. Now, how do I know this? First off, I've experienced it. And just here recently, a lot of you folks know that I got banned from Facebook for my political beliefs. I'm back on. We'll talk about that later. But I am back on Facebook. But while I was banned, there were several folks that got together, and they were all from the XJW community. And thinking that I wasn't able to see anything, I actually was able to see stuff. They started talking behind my back. Now, some of these folks I considered very good friends, but they were very demeaning. They were talking bad about me. They were actually saying things that were not true. And it completely reminded me of Jehovah's Witnesses. What do I mean by that? Well, when a Jehovah's Witness gets disfellowshipped, what is the first thing the congregation does after the meeting is over? They huddle together. They start talking. Well, I wonder what happened. What did they do? Well, I seen this. Well, I heard this. And they start to gossip. And that leads to talking about someone. That leads to making fun and putting that person down without any concrete evidence of things that the person actually did. And so when I seen that, it hurt my feelings. You know, I'm a very strong person. It didn't hurt my feelings personally. It hurt my feelings for the community. And the reason I say that is because the last piece of brainwashing from the Watchtower that people have to wash away is that mentality. That mentality that you have to always be right. No matter what you say, people need to believe you. And that's wrong. That is so wrong. And it just really frustrated me that these folks that were talking behind my back, they didn't say a damn thing about any of the good that I've done in the community over the last 2 years. And that's what frustrated me. And the reason I'm bringing attention to this is not for anybody to say, oh, we're so sorry, Jimmy, that you went through that. No, I want to bring awareness to this because I don't want this happening to future activists. And because of this behavior, and this was just one incident, there's been many incidents where people have acted this way. To be honest with you guys, that's why John left the community. XJW Analyzer. He felt like he was doing really good for the community, and he was. Over 400 videos. We had the round table. Him and Beth were doing videos, making great stuff. But the reason he left, and this is breaking news for all of you guys, the reason he left is because of that attitude. People were sending him messages telling him he didn't know what he was talking about and he didn't know what he believed and all that. And he just got to the point where he was tired of it. And to be honest with you guys, when I got banned from Facebook and I seen that behavior, I was about ready to throw my hands up and say, you know what? Screw this community. I don't need to be a part of this. I don't need that pressure. I don't need people talking shit behind my back and trying to be a friend to my face. It got to the point where I was like, you know what? Screw Apostastock. I don't want to do it. Because I didn't want someone coming to my house pretending to be a friend or pretending to care about me, and then after they leave, go and say stuff behind my back just because they don't agree with some of my opinions. But I'm not one to give up. I'm not one to back down. And the thing that drove me to go ahead and come back and do what I can with Toppling the Tower is because I love those that have helped me, who have proved to me that they are a true friend. And for that, you guys, thank you. That's why I came back. That's why I'm deciding, okay, we'll figure out a time to do Apostastock. Don't know when we're going to do it, but we're going to do it sometime. Because I want to give back to the community and show my appreciation for them helping me over the last 2 years. So I really do believe that there's a lot of folks in the community that really need to heal before they are an activist or before they go out and try to help people. You need to help yourself before you can help others. And to talk stuff behind people's back, to call names, to act that way, in my opinion, it's very childish. It's very immature. And why can't we be adults about things? Why can't we have difference of opinions and be able to mutually respect one another? How hard is that? Just because someone doesn't believe the way you do, you're going to block them? You're going to talk crap behind their back? That sounds like that JW mentality. And it's sad. People need to heal before they try to help others. So anyway, that's what I want to talk about, my concern. Another thing I'll just say, be careful who you follow, you know. I really don't think that there should be anyone out there in this community that sets themselves up as the person, the number one apostate, because I hated when John called me that back when we were on the round table. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to be no cult leader. I just want to be an individual that has a skill to be able to talk with others, help them out, and just be there for them, show some love. That's it. So when I say be careful who you follow, don't make the mistake of relying on someone else to give you all your information. You need to do the research yourself. So, and I wrote down a little comment that I just wanted to read because I didn't want to mess it up. But this is what I was. It's not my place to tell you what to believe. It's not my place to disparage and condemn you for what you believe. All I've ever tried to do is help, put information out there, and people can take it for what it's worth. Do your own research. All I ask is for others to have that same respect. Not only for me, but for all those that are in the community and for all those that will be coming into the community. Because I'm sorry, if you don't do that, then you're proving Watchtower right. You're proving Watchtower right in the fact that they say that apostates are mentally diseased and they're angry and they're evil. You're feeding right into that stereotype that Watchtower tries to put on the XJW community. Why give them that power? Because if you have new people coming into the community and they see this stuff happening, what are they going to do? They're going to say, oh, Watchtower's right. Those people are crazy. And they're going to go back. And is that what we want? Do we really want people to go back to the Watchtower, knowing how evil that organization is, knowing what they do to families? I don't think we do. So just be respectful to one another. Just because we have difference of opinions doesn't mean that you're right, doesn't mean I'm right. And a lot of times, time will tell how things work out. Who's right, who's wrong. And in that sense, it really doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong. Things are going to happen the way they do, and we just roll with it. So I'm just asking to see a little more unconditional love in the XJW community. That's it. That's it. So anyway, so more on, well, let me go into my future with the community. I'm not going anywhere, and no one's going to force me out. No one's going to dox me or anything like that and try to get me to leave, because I'm not that type of individual. I'm here for the ones that want to be here. I'm here for the ones that want to help fight Watchtower. And that's why I do this. So as far as next year is concerned, this third year, I'm going to continue my role with Toppling the Tower globally. And I'll probably won't be as active as much. The reason why is I just found out that I got promoted to district sales coordinator with my company. effective January 1. And so I will be doing a lot more work in that area. Um, I got to, make up some stuff from this crazy year that we've had. And so I'm going to be focusing on my career. And when I have time, I'll do videos. I'm not going anywhere as far as the community is concerned, but it'll be scaled back a little bit. Now, as far as my ban, yes, I got banned from Facebook for my political stuff, but I am back. Don't know how I got back on there, but I am back. And so I wanted to give you guys different ways to be able to interact with me and the group. And so here is the list. We have Toppling the Tower globally on Facebook. That is our main hub. We also have Toppling the Tower globally on the MeWe platform, and that's going to be more of a backup. Just in case I get banned again, I can still have communication with the group. One thing I do like about the MeWe platform is they have a super chat feature that the whole group can be involved in talking, and we do it all the time. It's great. It's another way to hear each other's voices, to be able to have great conversations, and to establish those friendships. So yeah, we got MeWe, we got Facebook. I do have a complete backup on Reddit. That's the one I'm not really fond of Reddit, so it is what it is. And then of course, if something happens to me and somebody wants to get a hold of me individually, I do have WhatsApp and I do have the Signal app, so they can do that. Now, for the ones that ascribe to my political leanings, for those that are interested in following what our groups do in that regard, we have some platforms for that as well. We have Apostates for POTUS, and that is on Facebook. We also have Apostates for POTUS on the MeWe platform. And of course, I do some stuff on my personal page as well on both platforms. So if you're interested, that's what we do. And for those that don't ascribe to the way I lean politically, I still love you. I still care for you. I'm not going to tell you what to believe. And I just ask that you not be a troll and tell me what I should believe, and that I'm wrong, and that I'm in a cult. Oh, and you know what? That's another thing I want to mention. Too many people are using, oh, you're in a cult, all the time. It's like everything is a cult. I would like to see in the upcoming year that we back away from calling everything a cult. It's gotten to the point where it's watering down the word. When I woke up from the organization, I had a very hard time calling Watchtower a cult. I really did. Now I have no problem because that's what they are. But not everything is a cult. So calm down. It's just my opinion. So anyway, so it's been a wild 2 years. I've grown a lot. I've learned how to have patience. I've learned how to have understanding. I've learned that I'm not always right, and that's okay. And I can be myself. And that's the joy of leaving the organization, is to have that freedom to be yourself. And that's what's so important about the community having that attitude, because we have the freedom to be ourselves since we've left Watchtower. But if we're in the community and someone's telling, oh, you're wrong, this, that, blah, 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 you don't have the freedom to be yourself. So for those that are doing that, you're stifling other people's freedoms. Don't do that. Don't be like Watchtower. So, all right. So I'm going to wrap it up. I just want to say I love the community. I really, really do. And I want to do everything I can to help. So if you want to join us on Toppling the Tower globally, reach out to us. If you want to get a hold of me, send me a message. I'm willing to talk to anyone. And if you like what I do, hit like, hit subscribe. Please, someone subscribe or somebody not subscribe. I'm at 666 subscribers. So let's kind of change that number out a little bit, please. But anyway, so I hope this video helps. And yeah, I just everybody love on each other. That's what we need to do. This is what this world needs. All right. Y'all have a great evening. I sincerely love you all. Have a great night.